Hey everybody, today I wanted to look back at the boards that we made for Cyphercon 5.0 for the Hardware Hacking Village. So as we talked about in a previous video, we're once again, Kevin and I, on behalf of Sickage, are participating in, I shouldn't say, the Hardware Hacking Village at Cyphercon 5.0. And what this year, like we talked about, we're going to play the Hunt the Wumpus game. So the boards did finally come in from China. The prototype boards, at least, came in. We did run into a couple of issues. First being they are a little bit small, as we kind of predicted. It's about a couple inches, 2.5 by 2.5 or so. So it's a nice little board, but it is a little bit small. So we are looking at increasing the size a little bit. And we're also going to add a battery pack that Kevin and I discussed in the last video. So let's take a closer look at these real quick. Got the boards front and back. The front will have the actual blue pill. Let me throw this one up in here quick. So we're going to have the blue pill in the middle. We'll have the 3 LEDs up top, and then of course the switches down below. So yeah, that's pretty much it. But what we will be doing is adding a battery pack onto it. So it's going to be a little bit longer. It's going to actually have 3 AAAs to power it. So that should be plenty of power. And then of course on the back side, you've got the Wumpus guy with the Cyphercon logo and everything. So I think overall it's going to be a really good board once we get it done. So we're obviously telling everybody that it's the Hunt the Wumpus game, but we're adding a couple of Easter eggs as well to see if anyone can find those. So we'll probably look at those Easter eggs after the conference and see who finds what. But I wanted to look at one of the issues that we had. The other issue that we had was the blue pill actually has different sizes, which I thought was interesting. I didn't know this. So in Fritzing, so I think this is a good point to make and a reason that we always want to test everything that we do. So in Fritzing, there are multiple different parts for the blue pill. Kevin found 3 of them inside of Fritzing that all look very similar, at least from a breadboard perspective. But when we switch over to the circuit perspective or the diagram perspective, the holes, the pinouts are different sizes. So it obviously causes an issue. And the issue that we ran into is we picked the wrong one, we guessed incorrectly, and the pins are sort of stepping out at an angle. So good reason to always test a couple boards if you're unsure. The other way we could have done this, if we were kind of suspicious if the boards wouldn't have fit correctly, we can, what I like to do is print this out on paper. So inside Fritzing, you can actually print the boards to scale and then actually just lay the components over top of the piece of paper and see if they're actually going to fit, which is a good way to do it. That way you don't have to, waste the time and money to get the boards. But, there was no reason to suspect that, we had different sizes. We didn't realize this until we got the boards actually in our hands. So we'll obviously be changing that so that the boards fit correctly. And like I said, adding the battery pack. So, but yeah, the boards work. The circuit's pretty sound. We threw some just demo code on it so that way you can prove that the switches work, the LEDs light up. They look good. So I think a little bit larger and fixing those couple of errors is going to make for a fun little game at Cyphercon this year. So hopefully you guys can stop by the booth and chat with us, grab a badge, or not a badge, a game board, and have some fun with it, learn a little bit about soldering and programming these things. And yeah, we'll talk about the games and how they all work, and we'll look at the code after the conference. Hope to see you there. Thank you for watching this episode of the Mayhem Lab. If you've enjoyed this video, please click like, and we will produce more videos like this one. Also, please consider clicking subscribe so you don't miss our latest content.